frankly, I will say, I am surprised that Vlad is even talking to me, because I had to go out on a limb and just reach out with a blanket cold email and said, hey, I did 26 years in prison. Would you consider coming to help me teach and inspire guys in jail? Why, Vlad, would a guy like you come to speak to our channel, which we don't have an internet presence? I mean, I have 2,000 people on the YouTube channel, right? I'm only going into jails and prisons. What help I want to, and the reason I'm asking you this is because how do these guys break out? Like, I reached out to you cold, had no clue that I was going to hear back from you or from your team. Can you tell us what process you go through to even field a request for an interview like this?
Well, I mean, I could be doing interviews all day long if that's what I wanted. But in general, I turn down interviews just because I have my own platform, and there's not always a big, unless I'm pushing something, there's really not a big reason for me to do other interviews. In your case, our platform has really always stood for social justice, and we've always had the type of people that have spoken out against police brutality. And some of my closest friends, like my son, spent 7 years in prison. And, I have a group of friends that have all done prison time. And, you realize these are, one mistake that you make throughout your life doesn't define you as a person. So, being that this is the platform that we've kind of built up, and hearing that this thing is going to be going into the prisons and could potentially help people, it was like, okay, we'll do it. It's not really about how much exposure I can get and so forth. I mean, I could go do the Breakfast Club if I want at any time. It's not a big deal. I could do the big platforms, but it's like, okay, this actually has a purpose and it has a meaning to it. Just like about a year and a half ago, I started something called Vlad Stocks, which focuses on stock investing, because this was something that I've done for a long time, but nobody in the hip hop industry really ever talks about it or even pushes it. And if you look at all the wealthiest people in the world, most of them are there because of stocks. They're not there because of their jobs, or they're there because of owning a bunch of property. They built most of their fortunes and grow their fortunes using stocks. So I started this Instagram page just as a way to give back. And, from there, I created 10 videos where I actually get on camera and I talk about the basics of stock investing and so forth. And that's basically was the, kind of a long answer to, most people are, even celebrities are down to donate their time if they feel that it's for a greater good or there's an education aspect to it. And I felt like with your channel, with your platform, since there was an educational aspect to it, this was something I was willing to donate my time to. And, people could do the same thing. If there's something that they're doing that's different, that, you'll be surprised how many celebrities are down to work with someone that they've never heard of before, just because they feel that walking away from it can make a change. At the end of the day, people really, a lot of these guys rarely get paid for interviews. It's really just a matter of where they want to devote their time to.
So it's important, if you're in jail or prison, I think that you've got to be thinking about what he just said. You can reach out and connect with somebody of a massive, that's effectively built a media company that's bigger than many media companies, that he started with a camera, and yet I still have this ability to connect with him just by reaching out. I did 26 years in prison trying to teach and inspire guys. He said, hey, let me try and help him with this pathway. And that's how, the same way I try to get into jails and prisons. I'll reach out to a warden. I will reach out to a director of prison systems. And I ask them, can I bring this content in? Because I know it would have helped me. There's too much messaging going on in prisons right now that you've got nothing coming, that if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. The objective is to say you can't change the past, but at any given time, if you follow the mindset that we're learning from DJ Vlad, you can reinvent yourself. You can start building your own pattern of success, and the harder you work, the more people are going to be aware of you, and that's that's like the start of sowing a seed that you can grow.